Other than being stung once in my life, I like never had any experience with bees. Nobody ever really showed me. I just kind of let them know what I was doing at that time, and everything was kind of on point, I guess. And I like to read a lot, so I read everything I could on them. We just slide them back in. I take care of and look after the bees that are here. I also try and, create more colonies and just basically the welfare of the bees. When I first got here, there were 18 colonies, and then I was able to raise them up to 42 and didn't really know anything about them. So just the fact that I was able to do well with something that I had no clue about, and that, I grew to love really quickly. It was super cool. The honey is, a lot of it goes into the units, into mainly the baking and whatnot. But if you don't have the bees, then you'll have like a third of what you would normally yield out of a plant. So say you have a plant yielding 150 pounds of fruit off of one tree. If you didn't have bees, you'd have maybe 50 pounds. So the increase that they bring is huge. I was always in a rush to get things done, and with them, just increasing a colony can take, a couple months. So you have to be patient, and you have to take your time and actually care about what you're doing. And it's a methodical thing from start to finish. It definitely makes my day. And that's why I come out so often, just to do bees. I've seen a lot of people that don't have anything to care about, and it definitely affects their demeanor and their attitude. If you don't have something to focus on, then there's no purpose. You have to have something that you're doing, that you're involved in, and having the ability to just work at something that I know that I'm improving, and that it's something I didn't know before. And it's just a great feeling to be able to work with them, and I just kind of fell in love with them.